Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me here for the first time today, I'm Chef Fran. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the easiest, quickest chicken noodle soup with something you probably have at home. And I'm just recycling my leftover grilled chicken and I'm going to put that in my chicken noodle soup. And we're going to be done in just a jiffy. You wait and see. But first, before we get into our delicious chicken noodle soup, give me a virtual hug by hitting the subscribe button, and I in return will give you a fresh new recipe every week. So I have all my mise en place here to make our chicken noodle soup in mise en place. French word for all your ingredients in place. So to make our chicken noodle soup, we have the broth and the carrots and celery. So that is what is called our mirepoix. So that is when we have our celery, carrots, and onions, and it usually is 50% onions and 25% carrots and 25% celery. Here are our ingredients. So now we're going to cut our celery. I just put a few of them together. It's just easier, kind of get it more done that way at one time. I like to use baby carrots because they cook a little faster because they're smaller. So I just take like 4 of them together and just kind of chop them down, 3 to 4 at one time. And then we're gonna I'm gonna saute it in some butter. But first I'm gonna saute my onion and garlic. So my onions are already chopped up with my bell peppers. So, because I love the burst of color, and I always say color represents nutrition. So we have our yellow and red bell peppers, we have our orange carrots, and we have our green celery. Okay, so I'm adding my onions and garlic right now. I'm going to start to saute that with my vegetables of the celery and carrots. I'm going to put my bell peppers first. I mean, this is a great use too. I mean, one day I was really tired and I didn't really want to cook a lot, and I had some leftover chicken. I was like, well, what can I make that's like really good and hearty that won't take a lot of time? And then I came up with this chicken noodle soup recipe. So if you have any leftover chicken, I have chicken breasts that I had grilled that I cut up. But if you have chicken thigh, boneless chicken thigh, that'll work just as great. So when you're in a tight bind as far as time, or you just don't feel like really doing much, chicken noodle soup, and especially with the weather being cold now, great sort of like comfort food for sure. Also a nice health remedy. So I'm just gonna allow our celery and our carrots to just soften a little bit, and then we will add our broth to it because our chicken's already cooked. Normally you would let your chicken boil with it. So this is going to be quicker than usual since our chicken's already cooked. So I'm just going to allow this to kind of soften. And then we'll add our broth, our seasoning. So my vegetables are still softening. I'm going to add my garlic powder and honey. I like garlic. Like I said, it helps with your high blood pressure if you have any of those issues. Onion powder. Both of these spices always just add a lot of flavor to your food. So I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. I'm going to add some thyme. Okay. And some parsley. My bay leaf I'm going to add last when I add my liquid. The parsley. Some of my black pepper here. Okay. And again, Himalayan salt is my salt of preference. You can add whatever salt, that you like or whatever you want. The chicken broth I use doesn't really have like a lot of salt to it. So this is low in sodium, and it doesn't have a lot of iodine in it at all. So it's fine. My chicken that I had was seasoned with a little bit of like lemon and rosemary and the usual, the salt, pepper, garlic. So it's not salty either. I'm just still allowing my veggies to soften a little bit. And then I'm gonna add the broth to it. And after 10 minutes of simmering, then I'll add my chicken that's already cooked, like I said. If your chicken wasn't cooked, then you would, the whole 20 minutes that it was simmering your broth, you'd want to add your chicken, put in there. Now I cut my chicken up into cubes, small cubes, because I really like to have chunks when I'm eating my chicken noodle soup. But a lot of people shred theirs, and you can shred yours if you like. Now that my veggies are softened a bit, I'm now going to add my broth. This is 4 cups of chicken broth. And again, I always tell you, use what you have, right? So here's another solution. If you do not have chicken broth, you can use water and a chicken bouillon. That will help and that will work. And so I'm just going to allow that to simmer. And then I'm just, another 10 minutes, I'll add my chicken to it. And another 7 minutes or so after that, I'm going to add my egg noodles. I'm going to add my bay leaves now in here. And now I'm going to add my chicken. Be very careful with my chicken, because I don't want to get burned. Heat is super hot. And within the next few minutes, then we'll add our pasta, our egg noodles, and we will be done. Now again, you could add more or less of the chicken. It's up to you. I'm just going to cover this back up for about 7 minutes. Then I'll add my egg noodles. So I am adding my noodles from my chicken noodle soup. Okay. Just kind of get that cooking here, nestle it in. My broth here. Should take about 6 to 7 minutes to cook up. So I'm going to let my resident taste tester, Mr. Jack, let us know how my chicken soup fared.
Let's taste it.
Let's taste it. I'm gonna let him taste first, honey. He's thinking.
This is actually one of the best chicken soups I've had. I won't lie.
Really?
Yeah, all the flavors with everything, very flavorful. The chicken, didn't expect it to taste like that, but it was better than I expected.
So do you see what possible leftover chicken can do for you? It could create a whole new recipe for you, you know? And to hear it from a young soul with a young palate to say that the chicken soup was really good, because you know these young folks, they're into the sushi and all that other stuff. They're not into like simplistic things like this. So that's a win-win. What is it? Win a chicken dinner? Now that I had the young soul give you his opinion, let the chef give you her opinion. Wow. He's not lying. Super, super flavorful. Super easy to make. As you've seen, even my young resident taste tester here could make it himself.
Exactly. That's how easy it is.
Totally delicious. So, if this video hit the spot for you, let me know by tapping the like button. And I'm going to see you in my next video. So if you really love this recipe that I made with this chicken noodle soup virtually, the way Jack and I loved it physically, you're really going to love the next video that I make, which is a New England clam chowder. See you in my next video. Love you.